Hey everyone, this is Jeremy of your Puyallup EdTech TOSA team. And in this video, I'd like to go over how you review student submissions after they've taken an assessment in Schoology. So we'll need to start off by being logged into Schoology. And you will navigate to the course that students took that assessment in. So my students took an assessment in this test course right here. And all the assessments are going to be listed under the materials section, and they're all have this icon of the puzzle piece. The green icon is for the test quiz assessment, and then the blue puzzle piece will be the newer assessment feature in Schoology. To get started, you will select the title of the test. And since students have already taken an assessment for this test, it will take me right to the results page. This gives me a quick snapshot of how my students performed on this assessment. I have scores of 3 out of 3, 2 out of 3, 1 out of 3. So it gives me some very basic information on this page. Now I can dive deeper into how my students performed on this assessment, and that's where I'm going to start by this view attempts right here. So I'm going to select view attempts, and I can choose between any student on this page. So I'll go for Harry here. Let's see how he did. Okay. So I get some more information, such as when the assessment was started, when it was completed, how long it took for the student to take the assessment. But what I'm really looking for is how did he perform on the specific test questions. So I'm going to go to this gear icon right here. And this is where I'm going to select the View Edit option. Now I get more specific information. So I can take a look at what answers the student got right, which ones they got wrong, and what they selected on the assessment. So this gives me a lot more information than what I was taking a look at earlier. Now, if I want to do the same thing for the rest of the students, I can go over to this drop-down menu right next to the student name. There's this little triangle icon. I select that, and now I can quickly move to the next student to see how they performed on each test question. I can add comments if I'd like to, and I can also override test questions too. So if I think that I want to give some additional points for a student, I would just select it, and I can go ahead and answer or place in the correct number of points that I'd like to. Now, sometimes it's nice to be able to take a look at by a test question to see how students performed on it. So if I want to get more information on question number 1 and see how all of my students performed on question number 1, this is where I'm going to select the View Responses selection on the side here. And now all of my students are listed. It'll have what their answer was and whether they have it right or wrong. Once again, I can also do an override if I want to add points to it. Anytime I make any changes, though, I do need to select Save Changes. And that was a quick way to see how your students performed on an assessment in Schoology. Thank you for joining me today.